Hello, Hayden.
Hey, buddy. How are you? Hey, Emma. How are you? Sorry, I was on mute.
Good, good. Absolutely fine, thank you.
That's good. That's good. Let me just give me 1 second. Just gonna check the audio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Hey, Gleno.
How are you, mate?
Alrighty. Morning, Maron. Man, gold.
Hayden,
Yeah, mate.
before everybody could join, can I ask you a very silly question?
It's recorded on YouTube at the moment. Do you want me to mute
Oh,
that?
it is recorded. Okay, no problem.
Do you ask me
Okay.
offline?
Uh, if you could go to AUD CAD,
Okay.
hourly chart on the 7th of
Feb.
February,
Yeah.
on the 7th of February,
Yeah. Right here.
at around, yeah, this one. Yeah, correct. Where you're placing, why do you think that this particular there was a pullback here?
You
I
can
I
draw on my
placed a
screen.
sell order. Sorry.
You can draw on my screen if you like, to
Oh, how to do
pinpoint.
that?
If you're
Down.
You see like a little pencil in the bottom left corner on your side?
Mm,
When I've been watching Zoom from other people, I see like a little pencil down the bottom. If you click on that, it's a shortcut for annotate.
Is it whiteboard?
No.
No.
There's nothing on my screen, mate.
Oh, okay. So if you hover your mouse over my screen, there might be like a little green banner up the top saying "Viewing Hayden's screen."
Yeah,
And
to the
then
right of that, few options.
yeah, to the right of that, click on the little option to say "View Options, Annotate."
And DAX is taking off again.
Oh yeah. Oh, Marin saying it doesn't work for us. That's strange. Do you want to give me a day and price, Emma?
Yeah, you had pointed out correctly.
This one here.
Two candles below.
Oh, these two.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
I placed a sell order there.
Mm-hmm.
I did not really understand why did that go up.
From here.
Yeah, where was the support? There was no support. There was no doji. There was nothing.
I think it's the timing. Probably the timing. So
Timing. How do we anticipate that?
this is New York
Is it
session.
a pullback?
Yeah, New York session. New York session had ideas to that Asian session was bullish.
Yeah.
So this might have been a little liquidity grab. This section down here. I haven't got my higher time frame levels on this one because it's not one of the ones I normally follow. But I can have a look. But this would be clear downtrend. And now that you had such a heavy push down in the US session, this would have been what day? Well, actually, day of the week was it? This is Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so Friday last week. Oh, this is NFP. So that dropped price all the way down. Then Asian session had like a little pullback Monday morning. Then we went down in Euro session, down in Asian session. American session dropped, formed a support. Obviously, must have hit some sort of support, and then we started push up from here. Then Asian session was bullish, breaking structure across here.
Yeah.
Now, if we're going to keep on going that way, a significant point of interest would be within this Asian session being the low, the high, and the 50%. So Euro session didn't, Euro and London session didn't do a lot. It was actually quite rangy, and American session they sold to buy.
Okay.
I'm sure there would have
Yeah.
been some levels like around here. There's always a level. Let me just put a horizontal line. Oops, that's not a horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. Let's just have a look at the 4 hour.
Yeah.
So, it's uptrend. It's up. It's an uptrend.
Uptrend. Okay.
Yeah. So if I turn this off, you can see like what the trend was.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been pushing up, down. It looked like a downtrend on the 1 hour. So no wonder you're looking for sells. But then we had like, this is just a simple pullback. And we've got first structure inside of here. So this is first structure, that where it went up, down, up. Second structure is inside of here. So can you see how like this is a bit of a accumulation of orders inside this daily area. We pushed up, came down, came up. So we came back down to second structure, bounced off of second structure. This is Monday morning, where it pulled back into that, and then found a bit of support. So pulled liquidity from here, and then now it just returned towards the daily trend. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Since it is uptrend.
Yeah. So I guess on the daily, if you had drawn something around saying like this area is a point of interest or a zone of interest, I'll do that with the actual TradingView tools. Okay. Oops. Now, if we see this, now that we tapped into here, this is a bit of a pool of liquidity as well. This candle, it's like it's a doji, but there's still liquidity contained inside of this wick. So 50% of that wick is going to be a point of interest as well. So see, I've drawn it from just where the candle body is. I mean, it's no body on it. It's just like a little line, but 50% of that wick is always going to be a point of interest. So you've got a daily zone of interest, plus you've got a candle which looked like a little needle that has done a draw of liquidity, and now the open, the halfway, and the low will be points of interest. The open has already been mitigated by these two candles, but the 50% of that candle hadn't been. So when Monday continued the momentum from NFP, so NFP drove down, Asian session pulled back a little bit, but then more or less the day continued that same sentiment. And then we formed a little doji, pulled liquidity inside at that zone. From here, what changes the whole story is that we closed higher than this previous swing point. So we've got a shift in structure.
Okay.
So then from there, sells, you've got clean candles here as well, and that's what you're probably looking at to keep on going with what looks like a downtrend on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
But a 1 hour downtrend, once you hit a daily point of interest, there's likely to, especially if it's an uptrend on the daily, there's likely to have a bit more of a, it's just you're just on the wrong side of the V, basically, if that makes sense. So I know what you're trying to target, and you're trying to target a V like this, and then or a triangle like that, and then what really happened was this, and then where you got into the trade, you're on the wrong side of the triangle.
Yes. Yeah.
But there's always an explanation for every trade, so that's why it's good to have a look, and then outcome aside, I'm sorry that it didn't work out, but then re-looking at it is going to be quite beneficial for you going forward to say like, how can I avoid a trade like that again?
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense now. So
Yeah.
it's more about your analysis on other time frames that would have given you potentially a different trade idea. Not that every trade we're going to make is always going to be the right one. Like I make,
Yeah.
I lost a trade yesterday.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just it. Okay, so I'm wondering why that little pen doesn't work, because sometimes it depends, I guess, on update for some people. Mine, when I only noticed it in the last like 2 weeks, but if I click on that little pen, it pops up the annotate toolbar for me.
Yeah, it's still there for me on the pen you're talking about.
You've got it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. After that, I think you have to update your Zoom.
Yeah, maybe yeah. Because like my Zoom did an automatic update, and that's when I noticed it. Only recent edition, so I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a little shortcut. But I guess if others haven't, alrighty, let's check out. Man, it's so clear now with gold.
1 second.
Yeah.
Jacob, your camera is on right now.
What's going on, Shaji?
Yeah,
They
Shaji, yeah.
just flashed, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I was too busy typing to Eddie on Discord. I missed it.
Maybe a lucky miss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me just check. Let's just respond.
Take that, YouTube.
No, that's not on YouTube. It's not on YouTube.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. That part is not recorded.
Oh, goodness.
So what are you thinking, Eden? Are you looking for a short opportunity or looking for buys?
Well, I could play shorts in this little terminal range, but I'm looking for longs overall.
Oh, okay.
I need
So
Adidas,
we are in the right direction. Yeah, we are in the right direction then.
I am looking for buys also, but still thinking that we can have a drop from where we are now in 1 minute,
Yeah.
at least to 65, somewhere around that area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes
Make the low of the new hour and then coming up again.
So our Mohammed guy who took a buys from the bottom.
Oh man,
There.
I've had this for a couple of days, this order block line, because it's beautifully clear area right across here. So that's what that line basically is, the dash line.
Yeah, if you look at the hourly, that's the hourly order block also there.
This one here.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Now, did it actually touch perfectly? Did it? Not quite the hour wicks.
Yeah, it just tapped the fair value gap and got rejected from that area.
Yeah. So, looking at it now.
15 minutes is close like a dodgy to the downside.
That we're generating this liquidity all week, and on the back of the news, it was a nice 120 pip push up, which made a lot of sense with unemployment figures coming slightly worse. And then I did attempt buy. I think actually you were in as well from around here or so, which it went up like 20 pips or so, but then it just absolutely dumped.
Yeah.
And it was playing that before, and so NY Open was logical, logical based on the news. NYSE, we know, is not logical. NYSE Open is based on greed. So they don't want to buy the high. They don't want to sell the low. They want to make sure that they can get as much money as possible. So they've been generating higher lows, building up this liquidity in this range the whole for all week, and they just basically took it all in one shot. Now, what makes more sense is that if there is like market structure in a lot of things you'll see. You'll see like if we have like a really impulsive down move, there's often going to be another down move, and we knew there was liquidity lying at the bottom of this where there was a low, which was around this area. Now there was an order block underneath it as well. And when price was building up this range all the way like this, we know it's been so clear that there's imbalances and clean candles all the way up. So we're just sort of, I'd really love to see that 1900 tested again. But before it can go up, it wanted to sweep these lows that had been generated. And when there's an order block underneath it, it's actually a beautiful target for people to be thinking, because when price is coming down, most people will be seeing, oh, support, trend line, this low will definitely hold. Oh, this low will definitely hold. And the more buying frenzies, there'll be more buying frenzy, the lower price is going. But the target's like, it's going to actually keep on going even low all the way into this order block.
Yeah, and what after price reaching to this area, people are going to think that now this is a sell opportunity. So after price dropping below that area, that the price, people are going to think that this is just a retest, and then we are just simply going to the downside. So either it can just simply push to the upside, taken out every seller who took a sell, and then it can just drop from the upside again.
Yeah. So I was thinking short term for sure, there'll be some sells for price to come back. And, indeed, this was that's the last minute then? No, the last 4 or 5 minutes. So when that 15-minute candle closed, it basically just started, no top wick, just dropping. There's a little doji. So I'm gonna watch to see where I can get in, because it's pretty dangerous at this spot.
Yeah, I just don't want to hit my stop loss now.
You're in from?
No. I took a buy from here.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Or Muhammad already just planning to take my stop loss before moving to the upside.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let this chill. When this candle's already moved so far, it means if there were sells, I'm not in it, so I'm not gonna chase the price. I liked I haven't looked at German 40 yet this morning, but yesterday was I got
German 40 just had its pullback.
Yeah, I got stung on the way up. I took a really kind of, in hindsight, the idea made sense, but I was too short-sighted in my vision. I was looking, if I go to here, I was looking at this wick as a rejection. So where I was looking to take, I had a sell limit about there, and stop loss above there, targeting down no, about here, and it just blasted through.
Hey man, I took a sell in the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
And do you have a Nasdaq chart?
Yeah.
Yes. So yesterday, market open. I think on the right side, market open. Not.
Oh wait, that's Feb 3rd. Sorry.
Yeah. So I was looking for sell from this area, just based upon that. There was a few candle here.
Oh, that's Wednesday.
So in this area, I was looking for sells.
Yeah.
So what happened? This wick took me, and I was targeting this two area.
Got a second, I'm gonna find
But
that.
man,
Sorry about that. Go for it.
if you go to the lower time frame in this area now,
5.
Okay, so what I did, I took a sell when price hit this here. Here, I took a sell here. I keep stop loss here.
Yeah.
This candle just took out me.
Yeah.
And then it just start, and because I saw that on the high time frame, based upon high time frame, we have to push to the downside. But it just and the secondary entry I was looking for here, I think on your terminal it's haven't broke here, but on my terminal it also tapped to this fair value gap,
Oh yeah.
and then price start pushing to the downside. I think you are using different.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm on
so
the winder.
this, yeah, I'm using
FX?
Pepperstone, I think.
Pepperstone,
Or,
okay.
So, but it just taken out that high here. But that time I was looking at gold.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this was a good entry.
Yeah. I got a, so when German did me on, let me just replay inside of here. So yeah, it took me here, but if I was actually looking at the 4-hour chart from a year ago, basically a year minus 1 day, which was let me put a horizontal line. Yeah. So when I went back to, it was basically Thursday, February 10, 2022. So then I was like, oh, okay, well that, actually kind of makes sense. All this little areas, like these wicks. So I took the trade somewhere like more or less here, because I was looking at the previous 1 hour, but the hour was actually, the hour from a couple of days ago was actually responding to this. And then when price broke that wick high, it was going up towards here. So the sell still just made absolute sense. Absolutely. So I actually took a loss on the first one and then took a sell again. And this one had like a little bit of drawdown, but didn't come up to the stop, and then just held it all the way down, back down to here. So it was like 180 pips.
Nice.
That this, like I closed most around this monthly level, and I let the rest run. And then I was thinking my psychology was bad because I took that loss on it first, and then because I took gold was fine yesterday, but it wasn't like, I was going to say that it was great to trade up to NY, and then NYC frustrated me a little bit. I think I was just a little bit frustrated from that. So I wanted to make sure I had like a really, still a really positive day, but then I knew I should have just left it. So what you wrote in that chat, that's
No,
pretty
I
powerful.
haven't wrote that thing, but it was from Casino.
Oh,
I
right,
just
someone else wrote it.
posted that. Yeah, so I haven't wrote that thing. But it was a good advice for even for new traders.
Oh,
That
absolutely. I was going to say, pop it in the Discord if I'm sure others can really get some value out of that.
Yeah, sure, man. I post that thing. Where should I post that thing?
General.
Okay.
Alrighty, gold. So gold came down 61. So now we're pulling back 30 pips. We need to get some lines in here. We need to orientate ourselves. Pull back 50% of euro. Let me just I can remove this. Remove that
15 minute
4-hour
order
wick.
block. I'm survive. My runner got survive. Price retested to this order block. You can see here.
Yeah.
Because in this the break of structure, and price just retesting, they push to the upside.
Yeah.
And if you mark the 50% from up top to our bottom to top, you will see that this is below 50%.
Yeah. So is this the high we're going to target again? And now we made the
Probably
low.
we may even push higher. I was looking at the upside this area. We have this liquidity.
This area.
So
Yeah.
and we have this fair value gap. This is the auto block. So everything matched there. So price can tap into that area, get some kind of reaction, and then again we can start push to the upside also.
Mm-hmm. Asian.
Today's daily candle can give a lot of information for next week, because based upon that we can decide where we are heading. Are we heading to the upside or the downside?
Yeah. What do we got? We've got Michigan consumer sentiment, I think.
Yeah.
We've got one other thing, don't we? So we might get mixed news. I think there was 2 things today. Consumer sentiment, inflation expectations, Waller. Oh, he's later. That's at 3 o'clock, so that's after NYSE, so we might get a smooth run. Okay, Asian Friday. $58.96. This Monday got blasted out of the water. Hey Ivan, how are you, buddy? Anything on German?
What I'm thinking, if the price really wanted to push to the upside, it is not going to left anything. Like we have this fair value gap remaining.
So the bathroom, I think.
Glenn, were you talking to us?
Sorry, mate. My son just walked in the room.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay.
I was gonna...
Yep.
Yeah,
What's that,
so,
Nathan?
Go for
okay,
it.
what I'm thinking, if the price really wanted to push to the upside, let's say it is not going to left anything. Like if there any fair value gap remaining or any doji remaining,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take out before, and then it can simply start pushing to the upside. It is not going to left anything. Like you can say when there is a consolidation happen here,
Mm-hmm.
on the 4 hour, what price did there? If you look at the carefully, it taken out each and everything pushing to the upside. Like let's say this doji.
Mm-hmm.
This doji was taken out by this FU candle, price pushed to the upside. Then we are going to create a new doji. This candle just retested that FU candle. Then again we created a new doji here.
Mm.
Then price came back to that area. Then price again created a new doji here. So all this, and yesterday we are talking about this doji here. Why price come back to the downside? It taken out this doji. All this doji has been taken out before pushing to the upside. I didn't thought that we are going to the just tapping to the 1819, just dropping. I thought we may start pushing to the upside to 1900, and from 1900 area we can simply just push, going to drop. But I think this was a mistake for me. But now if the price wanted to push to the upside, it's not going to left anything. It's just going to, if something is left and price just simply pushing to the upside, that means we are going to come back to that area again. Maybe tapping to that 1900, and then we can drop from that area, taken out that area, and then we get some kind of reaction, but immediately after that we're going to drop.
Yeah.
Let's see now. If price want to push to the upside, it's going to just take everything. It's not going to left anything.
Yeah.
Let's say this 4 hour. Let's say this 4 hour is closing like a doji one. The next 4 hour can just take out that doji low, and we are dipping into that area, the area you mark on the blue box. It can drop and a lot of people, what they're going to think that we rejecting from the upside, so we have to push to the downside, and they're going to take entry at the low of that candle. So price just simply pushing into that area and then start pushing to the upside, like a London low taken out in the NY session and simply pushing to the upside.
Yeah, and that's like Asian session pushed down, and then since Asian session we pushed up 140 pips, no, 200 pips nearly. from the lows of Asian session. So now if it's like Asian session's pushing up, London session's pushing, say it pulled back and now it starts pushing up, going higher, New York session, they'll be like, well, there's still stuff left here. So that means at some stage they're going to, if they're going up, it's dangerous because they might come back down again. Once all liquidity's been taken, and then it can say, well, once all liquidity's been taken, where is liquidity left behind? Was the liquidity left behind from above still? And then if it was, that means we're going back up. If there's there is a chance it goes down lower, but the probability is that it goes back up. Now, if it did have stuff left from the upside and they're taking all the liquidity from the downside, is it going to be enough for then gold to push into these new depths and like start pushing into this daily order block?
Yeah, or you can say if the price is pushing to the downside, then if the price is again start pushing to the upside and it is coming back to this area, it can give you some kind of reaction, but it's not going to be correction all the way to the downside. It can give like this kind of reaction and again start pushing to the up.
Yeah.
So it depends where the price coming from. So if price is rejecting from the daily order block, obviously we are getting that reaction right away. But if this is a valid order block, like if price just coming back to that area to just grabbing more orders, then it's just going to come back to this area and just start pushing like this to the upside.
Yeah.
Because it's also the shift of structure, you can say. When price is coming back to that area, it's creating a lower low, lower highs, and this is a shift of structure. So now we have a doji here, doji already taken on, but we have this fair value gap remaining. So price can dip into that fair value gap, and we have an order block at the bottom also, this one. So everything matches, but it just depends how London perform, and based upon that we can decide how NY going to react. If the London just pushing to the downside, then that's a different story, because if the London is just pushing to the upside, that also different story. Every scenario has a based upon how the London react.
Yeah.
Now just a waiting game, like yesterday, snake in the grass, you can say.
Yeah. On my, I think it was my daily chart, I saw that snake. Where is he?
Yeah, same here, man. Those eyes, I
You still got them?
put it somewhere. Yeah, I don't see anywhere where they are.
Yeah. I found all these, like, I thought the Harley Quinn, that it wasn't posting on my chart. And I was like, oh, just maybe it's the wrong image file or too big. And then when I went to like this, oh, there it is. There's the snake. Yeah, I saw all the Harley Quinn images because I'd like must have control pasted like 4 or 5 times. So we'll plan a trade. I'm actually looking. I wonder if we can actually get a little something in this area.
Yeah, 1 minute is still not that much promising for the buys yet. Still nothing is looking at 1 minute.
I want
like
something that's a 50 pip range at least, 50 pip potential. What was I gonna say? I was about to say something. Oh, it's Ivan's. German and gold looking similar. Bearish on German. D1 closed inside structure. I guess we're going to grab some liquidity from up to go down. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I was reading, people were confused about this fall, given there was no real fundamentals. And I was reading, where was I reading it? Forex Live, Adam Button. He was making some comments, and like I don't know how accurate he is with things, but there was a report. No, it was on Financial Juice that after NYSE and we pushed up at that time on some indicators that people could see, there was a surge in retail bullish inflows mindset. Like, let me find it. This makes so much sense when it comes to like NYSE being just about NY Open can be logical, fundamental based. NYSE is greed. Now, when you look at the market wrap up on Financial Juice. That's the Asian wrap. Okay, this line here, a surge. Okay, everything, like there was hawkish Fed rhetoric, but they're not actually saying anything new. We know there's going to be interest rates rising still. Stocks, Wall Street couldn't find any reason to keep pushing stocks higher amidst rising bond yields, hawkish Fed rhetoric, blah blah blah, and a surge in equity bullishness among retail investors. So if retail investors are looking to be bullish in the market, that's a contrarian indicator. So if all retail investors are going long, market will go down. You'll see hedge fund managers, smart money, that kind of stuff, they will be bullish before the curve, and retail investors will be selling, and while hedge fund managers, whatever institution, is being bullish.
Yeah.
When you get peak retail investor bullishness, that's when smart money investors are selling.
Dumping.
Yeah. So when you get a surge among retail investors, one direction from 1890 up to 1900s, especially around NYSE, that's when you get the down move. I find it quite funny.
Yeah, Mohammed, and we are talking about, everyone is going to be think about the sells on the gold. No one is, every retail traders, they are going to think about the sells. Why? Because on 4 hour, we came out of that, you can say, this thing.
Yeah.
So whoever took a buy, so those buyers already got out by this candle.
Yeah.
Now, what's going to happen? People are going to think for the sells. So this is a sell first. People are just going to jump into this or jump here. And when what price going to do? Price just simply start pushing to the upside at the 1900 area. And once the price is above this area, people are going to, retail traders going to think that now this is just a fake out happen at the bottom side. Now we are going to the upside, and they're going to induce people to look for the buys, and here they start going to sell.
Yeah. I was thinking like, looking at this daily, it'd be so easy people just look at this daily and think sells only. And I was like, imagine if this wicked down and this daily candle was pushing up like that.
Yeah, and this is called negation. The previous one was at FU candle, and this is also FU candle, so negation one thing. And then next candle just simply start pushing to the upside then.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing, psychology. Because then, as a trader, then you'd be like, Jesus, what the hell's going on? I thought I had a clear read going down. Now price is going up. I was thinking, there would be an easy buy opportunity. This is last night when I was going to bed, after seeing it close basically near the lows. I was thinking, there's going to be a buy move at some stage today. It happened way before my time.
Can I go to the daily again? Let me give the one more example right away there. So if you carefully look at this candle.
Oh, sorry.
This candle.
Yeah.
Or even this candle. People are just going to think that we are just going to the downside. But next candle, this is just again closed like a FU candle or attempted FU. So this is called negation. And then afterward we are just pushing to the upside. Even here, this candle, FU candle, then doji one is closed. So doji low haven't taken out. The doji high haven't taken out here. Price just simply push to the downside, grab the everyone liquidity, this doji liquidity low, this also previous doji liquidity low, and then start pushing to the upside. So, and after breaking this, everyone is thinking now it's time to take a buy.
Yeah.
And what they did, again, same thing, just taken out the sell and dump afterward.
Yeah.
So let's just see now. Just waiting game.
So, where do I want to take my first shot? First of all, this high will have to be taken.
Before that high taken out, price just has to taken out everything. This one.
You reckon
So
once it
it's
takes that
easier.
high, there's no coming back? If it takes out the lows?
Yeah, then it can taken out that high, and then price can respect like this area somewhere and then start pushing.
Yeah, good point. Dar's pointing out. We made equal lows. So let's wait for the sweep.
Yeah.
So are you thinking short here, Dar? To go with this momentum? To take out these equal lows?
Maybe in the shorts right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It kind of reminds me of the 2 Thursdays ago. Where was it? We shouldn't stick to our bias. If we see sales, go for it. Yeah. Okay. I think this is reminding me of that time. Which stream was it? I have to go. It was one of those rangy days. Was it Monday this week? No, I'm pretty sure it was a Thursday. Or Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday a week ago. I think it was this one. They were talking about it. I think, Da, if you remember, you kept on taking sales in here. One of the days I tried to take a buy.
Yeah, if you go to the current day over here, current day.
Current day.
Yeah. So I missed the buys from here. From
This one.
here.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Here. But before sleeping, I marked this zone on 1 minute, which was not taken yet. And above this mark, we have another 1 minute order block in this area. So now if you go to the 1 minutes, see,
This doji high. This doji high.
And now,
Just draw the line here. You will see that.
this is the order block. This is another order block, which are not tested before the drop. So these were the area of interest for the sell in London. Now, if you go to the today's price action from this area, what I saw was this FU retested, and then this FU retested, and this middle one retested FU, and then we took this bullish doji high also for the drop. Structure was broken below here. It didn't tap that area perfectly before, just because it will take out the early sellers first and then move to the upside, showing that we are going to the upside. took this out. Now, if you see, what do you guys wait for? An EFU to be formed, and then you will look for sells. But not every time price is giving you the same thing again and again. Price didn't make an EFU, no FU, but this was attempted FU. The middle one was bearish, took this middle candle's wick and retested that attempted FU and started moving to the downside. Now this was your second entry. This was your scaling entry.
Yeah, now if you look at the carefully after breaking the structure, let me change the color. Okay, so sorry. Again, which color I should?
I'll put it on TradingView.
Okay, so if you look at after breaking structure here, this structure, price created liquidity here, and this candle taken out that liquidity.
Draw it again.
This liquidity was taken out by this candle.
Oh, yeah.
To push to the downside.
Double top sweep.
Yeah, and also the fair value gap here. Auto block, everything was there. But I was in buys, so I didn't took any sells.
Yeah, that's if you guys stay with the bias. Whenever you see, if we are having a setup on the lower time frame from the point of interest area, you have to switch your bias and secure the most from the upside. Now, if you see on my terminal, this is a doji candle. This doji candle is taken by this candle.
Yeah.
Now, what price can do?
Go down to the double bottom.
Make a bearish candle. Another maybe retest and then moving to the downside. This is a major liquidity. And on the lower side, we also have other double bottoms also on the 1 minute or maybe in the 5 minutes.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a sell limit. Keep it really small. Stop.
I don't think it can going to break that. It just simply can drop because we already taken out this thing now.
Yeah.
And this is your point of interest area. This is your point of interest area for NY also.
Yeah.
Now it can either taken out this double bottom and then price can simply push to the upside afterward.
Yeah. If this, I'm still going to have a sell limit here, and it's going to be cancelled if we hit this first.
Why do you think price will come back again to take your sell limit?
Just in case it does a double sweep. It's been doing a little bit. And plus I can't get involved here because it's already gone. Why is my thing not working? Oh, there we go. Far out, man.
When this was taken, price reacted directly to the downside. Now if price is coming back again, that means it will take out these double bottoms later on. So when price broke this doji high, this should be your impulsive entry on this area,
Yeah.
on this area,
Needed to
with
be
the
in
stop
then.
loss above this. This would be your 4 pip stop loss,
Yeah.
aiming for at least this zone or maybe lower. You have to be a bit impulsive with the entries.
Yeah.
If you see from the top, if you have taken sells from that area, you will win in 14 pip profit.
Yeah.
If you see on with the 64.85, these would be 20 pips. So stop loss should be on the 2 pips, and with the 20 pip, you are aiming for too much.
Yeah. I was talking myself into this trade with remembering what had happened the other time when I'd seen this price action. I was like, you know what, this makes sense, this makes sense. Then the time I'm like, okay, let's do it. It drops.
Yeah, no worries. Just mark your zones on Asian lows and London highs, which zones are left to be taken. So according to me, we have double bottoms on the downside, excluding this one. So this is our first point of interest area on 1 minutes. If this is broken, we are moving more to the upside. And on the lower side in Asian session, we have just a second. We have double bottom at 1856.7976. We have 1 minute dodges, and you can see different liquidities on the lower side, but the major liquidity is 56.74, which is double bottom. And breaking this zone 57, we have a lot of imbalance to the downside, which cannot be considered, but we have 5 minute doji.
Yeah,
59 is the 5 minute doji, and apart from that we have just the imbalances. Otherwise move is to the upside for now, because we have not retested the upper side 1 hour doji high and the other zones.
Yeah, the zone I draw previously, that imbalance zone, that's 1 hour doji high also. This, sorry, here.
Oh, up there, yeah. Okay.
So I think the major, the max NY can do is that take out the London high with that 1 hour doji high and then start moving to the downside.
Mm-hmm.
But we have, and that is, you can say order block also. I have marked this zone. On 1 hour, we have this order block. Move to the upside a bit. Yeah, no, leave it.
Oh, it's like my stream's frozen. I think I figured out why the stream freezes. It's the magic keys. When I set up my orders, the stream freezes. Let me
Maybe open the use a different laptop or the PC for the order punching.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Or I just don't use the magic keys.